In 2006, a study by Dr. Arthur Lafer ranked Georgia #1 in terms of economic outlook, based in no small part on our tax system. Yes, Georgia is at a crossroads. While solving the water crisis and aging infrastructure and transportation funding, trauma care, and education challenges are eminent tasks, part of the planning for the future includes studying and revamping where necessary the way we tax and fund state and local services in Georgia. It is our local residents who control the levying of taxes in their community by communicating their expectations to elected officials. Decision-making reflects this local participation and local input. Local governments can control the cost of government and make decisions based on the needs as expressed by the people who live in these communities. Most of us want to maintain low taxes for the benefit of our residents and to make our communities a place where people choose to live and where businesses choose to locate, expand, and move into. Presently, local officials can control their own destiny, and that, in fact, is one of our biggest concerns about the proposals that are being discussed that would eliminate local taxes in several forms and replace them with statewide taxes that are collected at the state level and then remitted back through a state process that would not allow for this local input. The plan would eliminate property taxes. It's known as the Great Plan. Property taxes for education for homeowners now. And we don't believe that even that, though it doesn't affect city government directly, makes sense. It really is not consistent with our philosophy that local governments are the best place for levying these taxes. The current plan also artificially caps increases in assessments of homestead property, leading to tremendous differences in taxes paid on similar properties, and arbitrarily limits growth of local property taxes from one year to the next, regardless of needs. In fact, in some ways, it would tie the hands of local officials to provide first-class services, municipal services. The only way to get around this arbitrary cap is to hold a voter referendum. And those of you who know me know that I believe that there is every reason to ask for voter participation. Essentially, the current Great Plan removes the link between the community's need to fund services and the community's ability to do so. And it does so by imposing a one-size-fits-all scheme on cities, counties, and school boards, each of whom have very distinct needs and varying resources. For some, property taxes are the right choice. Other cities have extremely low property taxes, both by choice and design. The average city in Georgia gets 25% of its general fund revenues from property taxes. In other cities, property taxes comprise 65% of general fund revenues. In Atlanta, our percentage is approximately 25%. This is because the city relies on property tax to pay for roads and sidewalks, parks, police and fire, just to name a few of the services. Truthfully, much of the debate around assessment increases, or what we call inflationary increases in property values, is based on reassessment. This has become a problem in fast-growing areas and coastal communities. If rising assessments are truly the problem, let's take a look at what is causing that problem, who is hurt by increasing assessments, and find a way to help those property owners. The solution suggested in the Great Plan is artificial caps on assessment increases would ultimately create new and more damaging problems, such as inequitable tax payments on similar properties that punish new home owners, first-time homeowners, and seniors who want to downsize. But you get the gist. Local control of local control, locally elected officials who are held accountable by the people that they serve to do the planning that is necessary for the services that the residents, business owners believe are the services they need, as opposed to several levels removed, making decisions, and then local officials being in a position to have to implement those decisions regardless of the needs and the assessments that are made of the need for those services at the local level. There is no question in my mind that most cities believe, most city leaders believe that this is a tough issue for the General Assembly and for ourselves. However, those of us who are elected at the local level believe that we represent the closest link to the residents and the business owners, and believe that the great plan frankly removes that closeness in a way that can be detrimental for the long term. In closing, as a local mayor, I take my hits on taxes and assessments every single day. But I also take my hits on the level of service that is provided every single day. It is this balance that we are able to achieve through a wide variety of programs and policy discussions. It seems to me that we are trying to fix something that isn't broken.